Good morning.
Today I'm going to take you down a brief memory lane of my time getting married. And many of you know that I love Halloween and horror, so that kind of played a key role in me becoming Miss to Mrs., an update from your residential millennial. So, to begin with, the decor, of course, was small town. It was my original hometown that I grew up in. My father had been the mayor there from the age of 2 to 23 for me. The only way they took away the mayor is by his cold dead hands. He had passed away when I was 23, unfortunately. And he had always joked around that I would get married in the barn that he helped build with my brother and other communities. It's a community building where a lot of graduation parties, weddings, and stuff like that happen. And I always said, no, I'm not getting married there. You're not marrying me. I'm going to have a priest. I'm going to get married in California. Never. And then when my dad passed away, it seemed only fitting to have the wedding in the building that he helped build and still have him there with me. As we stated earlier, it took place on Friday the 13th. So my decor was also a little spooky, a little horror glam. And I brought in the Renaissance Fair, which you guys have here up in Colorado, the champagne flutes that we bought, which form into a little heart and they're little dragons. So it was very cute. My husband picked it out for us. We knew we wanted to get flutes from this specific stand, and he picked out the dragons with the heart. It was really nice. Our colors were purple and orange, of course. And our guest book was a little graveyard. It's a memory board that I created with Ian, and you have little pumpkins and skulls in there. People would sign like a little piece of styrofoam that looked like a headstone, and now we have it in our dining room. Our bridal cake was a huge surprise. We were supposed to just have cupcakes, but it turned out that a family friend saw one of my pinned cakes on Pinterest, and that I absolutely loved this one, where you have Freddy Krueger clawing into it and bleeding out. The cake was red velvet and peanut butter, and oh my god, it was heavenly. It was absolutely amazing. To top it off, the cake topper was actually my mother and my father's. It is the Count Dracula with his bride, and it was really just a beautiful surprise to have that there with us. And the picture you're all waiting for is, of course, me. Here I am. In my beautiful dress, my wonderful colors, and my bouquet. Here we have more Renaissance Fair stuff. We have a chainmail headdress and chainmail matching choker that we had got custom made 2 different years at the Renaissance Fair that are my colors. They were the gold and the purple. An orangey gold. And here I am with my bridesmaids. I have 2 buddies from college, and this is my best friend growing up, and these are my 2 little cousins who grew up as my sisters. They grew up down the road. Instead of bouquets, many of you see, they actually had witches' brooms. So we had fun with that. Next, of course, is my handsome groom. There is my Ian Stewart. Trying to get him to come in today as a visual aid, but he did not. Here he is with his best friends throughout high school and college. This was actually one of my best friends that he adopted. So they became really close friends in college. Again, as I said, my father unfortunately could not walk me down the aisle, but the same year I left for Colorado in 2015, an Eagle Scout in my community actually created a little garden and planted a tree just a stone's throw away from the location. I literally just had to walk down the way to get some pictures in there, which was really nice. So here I am in the tree, and there's my train. My mom added some orange frill for me, of course, my favorite color. And here I am with my cousins that he helped raise as his own 2 doors down. It was really nice, and you have the photo back there, and there's the flag in the park right behind there. As I said, my father could not walk me down the aisle, but here is Ian seeing me for the first time with his groomsmen, and I am being escorted by my brother and my mother. My mom had to have my little cousin ask me the day of, will you ask her? I'm really nervous. I want to walk her down the aisle, but I'm too afraid to ask her myself. So my little cousin did it, and of course I'm going to let my mom walk me down the aisle. There I am saying goodbye. There's a handkerchief she surprised me with. It was my father's. He was always known for his handkerchiefs. And there's my brother giving my husband some really sly side-eye, as I really called it. And the big moment. There we are. There's our kiss. And there we are being announced. You can see the smile on my best friend's face and mine. Ian's just kind of like, oh my goodness, he hates the attention. This Bible had a huge meaning. Neither of us are religious at all, but my father, I had not known, this is my father's Bible that I had my friend read from, had been signing all of his marriages that he did while he was mayor of our small town. And my friend surprised me by having ours be the last one in the Bible. And there I am. It was really a beautiful moment to have that surprise. I didn't even know that my father signed items in there, so that was wonderful. Right before we took all of the family photos, here's Ian downing a beer in a minute. That my uncle had given him. Maybe, here we go. Here's my favorite photo from the day. And like I said, we had one in Elmore, but Ian hates PDA, so this was the next photo we had. No day would be complete without some photos of my puppies, which was very difficult to take as well. Here is our first dance, which Ian hated, even though he picked it out because he hates the attention, like I said. And here I am making him giggle to make it more bearable. We did a whiskey ceremony. We took some unaged whiskey, poured it into a nice gasket that we got personalized, and on our first anniversary, we'll take shots from it.
Nice.
Here are our toasts, his best man, my best friends, who I've known since preschool, and it was a very teary moment because of my father, but there we are with our champagne flutes. And of course, we tried cutting the cake with nightmare. It was more plastic than knives, though, so then I picked up the fake machete and used that because nobody brought out a cutting cake item. Here I am enjoying the cake. My high school friends showed up, my college friends showed up. We were amazed with the turnout. And of course, no wedding would be complete without me getting a nail fee of my jamberry nails and my beautiful ring. That was our special day on Friday the 13th, 2017. Thank you.